During moments when it seems like my life is in shambles, with the very foundations I have painstakingly built now crumbling around me, it becomes a daunting task to navigate through hardship and heartache. Your sense of hopelessness and isolation can easily take hold. Yet, in these challenging times, there exists a divine power that specializes in the intricate art of collecting the shattered fragments of our lives and expertly weaving them into a tapestry far more magnificent than our wildest imaginations could conceive. This is the profound and transformative power of restoration, a sacred promise from a benevolent God capable of rebuilding and renewing even the most fractured existences. Embark on an inspiring journey with me as we delve into the narratives of those who have, against all odds, risen from the ashes. These are tales that unravel the secrets behind unwavering faith when confronted with adversity, showcasing the incredible transformative force embedded in the love and grace of God. Far from being the end, your life, in its current state of disarray, may just be the precursor to a new chapter, one teeming with hope, restoration, and the abundant blessings bestowed by the divine. Instead of succumbing to worry and sadness, it is imperative to recognize that God, in His boundless ability, stands ready to restore and rebuild what has been lost. In the hands of God, ruins can be rebuilt into wonders, shining brighter than ever before. His power extends to lifting you from the depths and placing you atop the mountain of prosperity and strength in His divine presence. There's no need for panic, for your life is far from over. In fact, your current situation serves as a unique opportunity for God to manifest His prowess once again. All that is required from you at this juncture is unwavering faith and patience. Trust in the journey, for God has the capacity to turn the seemingly insurmountable into a testament of His enduring grace and the limitless possibilities of restoration. Entrust your worries to God, laying them at the feet of the Lord. Beseech Him to reconstruct the fractured aspects of your life, seeking His divine intervention. Rest assured that your prayers won't go unheard, for God, in His unwavering faithfulness, never disappoints. He is not merely a repairer. He is a rebuilder, a restorer who ensures not only the resurrection but the enhancement of your being. To rebuild in the context of restoration signifies the revitalization of a structure that is either diminished in quality or ceased to exist. Life presents challenges orchestrated to bring about permanent ruin and irrelevance. Sinister forces in the spiritual realm relentlessly strive to jeopardize the destinies of God's children. In moments when it appears that their malevolent aims have been achieved, stand firm in the conviction that your mind must align with God's omnipotence to rebuild and restore. He can carve pathways where none seemed conceivable. Stated in Ezekiel 36:11, God promises multiplication, fruitfulness, and an enhancement beyond your beginnings, affirming His sovereignty as the ruler who demands loyalty and obedience. God's restoration isn't a mere refurbishment. It surpasses the original state, blessing us more abundantly. In the seemingly lifeless areas of our lives, He breathes vitality, bringing about a restoration that defies expectations. Though trials may reduce us to ruins, in God's hands, these ruins metamorphose into the foundation of a grand new structure. Such is the divine nature of His restoration. God is ever ready to restore those who have regressed from positions of power, authority, and abundance. Fear and lack of hope and faith often cripple those seeking restoration. Even among believers, a wavering belief in themselves or an unwillingness to embark on the journey of rebuilding may prevail. It is imperative to understand that life's journey is continuous, marked by the wonders of God that turn us into testimonies of His faithfulness. Despite the burdens and considerations involved, there must be a fervor to allow the Lord to glorify Himself in our lives. Nehemiah exemplified this zeal when confronted with the disgrace and shame of Jerusalem's broken walls. Despite the devastation brought about by the Babylonian captivity, Nehemiah, through his position, took it upon himself to initiate change. The city's broken walls symbolized defeat, but God's limitless love and mercy empowered the people to rise from ruins, rebuilding their lives with renewed hope and faith. Direct your gaze unwaveringly towards God, relying on His understanding and placing your trust in His divine plan for your life. In the face of daunting circumstances, remember that God's promise of restoration endures. Restoration, however, is not a passive process. It demands active participation. Surrender your fears, doubts, and insecurities to God, allowing Him to work His transformative magic in your life. Be prepared to invest effort, persevere through trials, and maintain steadfast faith. Much like a phoenix rising from its ashes, you can emerge from struggles stronger, wiser, and more resilient, illuminated by the glory of God's love and grace. Late Nehemiah confidently affirmed that the God of heaven would prosper them, and as His servants they would arise and build. Nehemiah's belief in God's readiness to rebuild and restore fueled his faith, inspiring him to take decisive action in rebuilding the ruined walls of Jerusalem. Believers can draw inspiration from Nehemiah, maintaining faith and taking progressive action even in the face of discouragement. A firm resolve to believe in God and act in alignment with His wisdom is crucial, despite the discomfort and naysayers. The story of Job serves as another powerful example of perseverance and restoration. Despite losing everything, Job did not give up on God. Instead, he sought to discover Him amidst his challenges, exemplifying faith and belief. God's abundance and restoration was evident as Job, a righteous man, emerged from bewilderment with blessings surpassing his previous glory. In our own lives, circumstances may mirror Job's trials, testing our faith to the utmost. It is in these moments that steadfastly holding on to our faith, even when everything seems against us, becomes paramount. Just as God restored Job, the promise of restoration holds for believers, ensuring abundant blessings beyond the initial state. Ephesians 3:20 reinforces the notion that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly, above all we can ask or think. His miraculous ways can change any predicament, and believers are encouraged to pray and ask for restoration in faith. The book of Joel 26 promises restoration for the years lost to locusts, assuring satisfaction and praise. God's assurance extends to taking broken pieces, building them with love, and strengthening areas that were once weak. In life's refining journey laden with trials, our faith is refined, character built, and our relationship with God deepened. As believers, we rest in the assurance that our trials are not the end of our story. Instead, they are stepping stones to a chapter filled with hope, restoration, and abundant blessings from God. Striving to be valuable is emphasized, reflecting the ability to offer needed and useful solutions in society. The Bible underscores diligence in business, which leads to standing before kings. The kingdom operates on a reward system, and value is measured by who seeks you out and the inconveniences others are willing to endure to access you. The stories of Joseph, David, and Jesus highlight the rewards that come with exceptional value. Joseph's actions led him to the palace. David received great rewards for defeating Goliath, and Jesus is worshipped as the King of Kings for his unparalleled value. Striving for exceptional value supported by God is encouraged, urging believers not to let fear or the devil hinder the realization of their full potential.